Look, I get it. You're watching this because you're tired of just working for your money. You want your money to start doing some of the heavy lifting. But the moment you type "how to invest" into a search bar, you're hit with a tidal wave of garbage. You've got 20-year-olds in rented Lambos telling you to buy some obscure coin, and then you've got stuffy suits on TV talking about yield curves and quantitative easing, like they're trying to confuse you on purpose. Investing for the middle class isn't about getting rich by next Thursday. It's about not being broke when you're 60. It's about freedom. But here's the brutal truth. The investment world is full of traps designed specifically to separate you from your hard-earned cash. Today, we're going to cut through the noise. I've narrowed it down to 7 specific things you need to stay far, far away from if you actually want to build wealth in the long run. No jargon, just real talk.
Number 1. The hype train, or what I call TikTok FOMO. If you hear about a hot stock or a can't-miss opportunity from your barber, your cousin, or a guy dancing on a 15-second video clip, it's already too late. By the time a secret reaches the general public, the big players have already made their money, and they're looking for exit liquidity. That's you. You're the one they're selling to, while they walk away with the profit. Investing is supposed to be boring. If it's exciting, you're probably gambling. Most people who got rich off a meme stock or a random crypto token didn't have a strategy. They got lucky. And you can't build a retirement plan on luck. Avoid chasing the green candles. If everyone is talking about it, the party is probably over. Stay disciplined, stay boring, and stay away from the hype.
Number 2, high management fees, the silent killer. This one makes me angry because it's so sneaky. Imagine you're at a restaurant and the waiter takes 2% of your meal every time he brings a plate. Doesn't sound like much, right? But over 30 years, that 1% or 2% fee in your mutual fund or with your financial advisor can eat up to 30 or 40.
Number 3, investing money you need next month. This is a classic middle-class trap. You get a $2,000 tax refund or a small bonus, and you think, I'll put this in the market and double it before the kids need braces. Stop. The stock market is not a high-interest savings account. It's a roller coaster. If you invest money that you might need for rent, car repairs, or an emergency within the next 2 to 3 years, you are setting yourself up for disaster. Why? Because the market doesn't care about your schedule. If the market dips 20% right when your water heater breaks, you're forced to sell at a loss. That's how you stay poor. Before you put a single dollar into an investment, you need a peace of mind fund. 3 to 6 months of expenses sitting in a boring, high-yield savings account. Investing is for your future self. Your current self needs a safety net first.
Number 4, emotional reactivity, the panic sell reflex. Your brain is literally wired to be a bad investor. Millions of years of evolution taught us that if we see a lion, we should run. In the stock market, that lion is a red screen. When the market drops, and it will drop, it's part of the cycle. Your lizard brain screams, "Sell everything, save what's left." This is exactly how people lose their shirts. They buy when things are expensive and everyone is happy, and they sell when things are cheap and everyone is scared. You have to do the opposite. You have to look at a market crash like a blue light special at a department store. Everything is on sale. If you can't handle seeing your portfolio drop 10% or 20% in a month without hitting the sell button, you shouldn't be in individual stocks. Stick to automated recurring investments where you don't even have to look at the daily charts. Your emotions are the enemy of your bank account.
Number 5, lack of diversification, the all-in mentality. I know a guy who put his entire life savings into his company's stock because they're a great company. Then the industry shifted, the stock tanked, and he lost 70% of his net worth in a year. It doesn't matter how much you love a company. It doesn't matter if you work there or if you use their products every day. Putting all your eggs in one basket isn't investing. It's a hostage situation. As a middle-class investor, you don't need to find the next Amazon. You just need to own all the Amazons. That's what index funds like the S&P 500 are for. You're buying a slice of the 500 biggest companies in America. If one goes down, the others carry the weight. Don't let your ego convince you that you can pick the one winner that will change your life. Diversify so that no single failure can ruin you.
Number 6, ignoring the tax man. You can be a brilliant investor, but if you don't understand tax-advantaged accounts,
you're leaving a fortune on the table for the IRS. In the US, the middle class has a superpower called the Roth IRA and the 401k. If you're just buying stocks in a regular brokerage account and paying capital gains taxes every time you rebalance, you're slowing yourself down. If your employer offers a 401k match and you aren't taking it, you are literally turning down free money. It's a 100% return on your investment instantly. Avoid the mistake of tax blindness. Learn the difference between tax-deferred and tax-free. It's not about how much you make, it's about how much you actually get to keep in your pocket when you're 65.
Number 7. Complex products you can't explain. Wall Street loves complexity because complexity is profitable for them. They will try to sell you whole life insurance as an investment, or variable annuities, or target date funds with hidden layers of fees. Here is my golden rule. If you can't explain how an investment works to a 10-year-old in 3 sentences, do not put your money in it. You don't need structured notes or leveraged ETFs. You need simple assets that grow over time. The more moving parts an investment has, the more ways it can break, and the more people are taking a cut along the way. Keep it simple. Stocks, bonds, real estate. That's it. Anything else is usually just a fancy way for someone else to get rich off your confusion.
So where does that leave us? The middle class squeeze is real, and the only way out is to be smarter than the system. The system wants you to be an emotional, hyped-up consumer who pays high fees and doesn't understand taxes. To survive, you have to be the opposite. You have to be the person who says no to the hot tips, the person who checks their fees like a hawk, the person who keeps an emergency fund so they never have to sell in a panic. Investing isn't a game of who is the smartest, it's a game of who has the most discipline. Stop looking for the magic bullet. There isn't one. The magic is just compound interest and time. But you can only let that magic work if you stop making these 7 mistakes that reset your progress to 0. I want you to do one thing today. Go look at your biggest investment account. Look at the expense ratio or the fees you're paying. If it's high, or if you don't even know what you're invested in, it's time to clean house. The road to financial freedom is actually pretty straight. It's just that most people keep pulling over to check out the get-rich-quick billboards on the side of the road. Stay on the path, keep your eyes on the long game. Thanks for watching. If this helped clear the fog a bit, hit the like button so other people in the middle-class struggle can find this. Drop a comment and tell me, what's the one investment trap you almost fell for? Let's help each other out. I'll see you in the next one.